Good morning, Bitcoiners, or for my guest today, Modeo. It is afternoon in Germany. Modeo is a Bitcoin artist, heralding from Germany, featured in the Genesis edition of the Bitcoin Art magazine. His work has been shown in many galleries, and one of his unique styles is that he uses printed circuit boards as a canvas on which he etches and creates rich, shiny, metallic precision artwork. We will talk about that process and the things he's made. I just find it very bold and inspiring. When a PCB is placed in an X-ray machine, copper structures, the metallic stuff, the traces are revealed, and it looks like the blood vessels of Bitcoin as a cash system. And he's also a founding member of the Bitcoin Art Guild, creator of the Anonymic Geometry Dragon Lamp, the Guardians of the Protocol. His art can be found online. Online store up and coming, not online quite yet, but getting there. So we'll talk about that. Anyway, welcome, Modeo. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, hi, this is Modeotec. I'm from Germany. Yeah, it's in afternoon right now. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, it's great.
Welcome. I'm going to throw up to kick things off. One thing because I was in Vegas last spring, and the whole vibe of the gambling and kind of the funny juxtaposition of you'd be at the conference, you'd see the art, you'd be doing the things, and you walk out through the casino and it's like ding, 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 all the funny things. And it's like, it's kind of funny. Anyway, these are the Guardians of the Protocol, correct? Which you base on that style, like the cards, but these are Guy Fawkes Satoshi guys that you tell me about how you came up with this idea and how you made these.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. So, yeah, these are the guardians of the protocol. So, the protocol means Bitcoin protocol. So, and the guardians, I have 4 cards here. They protect the Bitcoin protocol. Yeah, and the idea came with Las Vegas show, of course, in 2025. I was part of the gallery, and I was thinking about nice projects. And I wanted connection Bitcoin and Las Vegas, and I chose these playing cards. So like the typical playing cards, and these 4 cards symbolize for technical Bitcoin systems. So on the left side, the C is for cryptography, the N is for nodes. Everybody is a node in the Bitcoin system. Yeah, and the P is for proof of work. It's in my view the most important technical system of Bitcoin. Yeah, it's for the security. Yeah,
you see the little mining fans.
Yeah, mining fans. Yeah, and the last one is duality cards. That means the duality of the 2 keys, the private key and the public key system. Yeah, and if you there are some symbols. Let's take the duality card. So you can see, the cubes, of course. The cubes symbolize the Bitcoin blockchain. So every block there with all the transactions. Yeah, and there's some typical electric traces on there. So it's a Bitcoin is an electronic cash system. Yeah, and on the other.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and on the other cards are symbols like decentralization, like on the nodes card. So all nodes are connected. So the Bitcoin nodes, like the umbrella node or whatever, or you as a person, you as a human being, we are all connected through a Bitcoin network. So, and you can see here a world. It's a globe. So Bitcoin is a global system. It's not centralized, it's decentralized. Yeah, and it's a peer-to-peer system. And I used some text and some symbols.
And
Yeah.
these are very elegantly done. And even though you here and playing cards can be very attractive pieces of work, pieces of art themselves when you look at them, and they've got the
Mhm.
familiar faces and stuff. But it's very hard to get these like symmetric and
Mhm.
even on both sides. I think of like MC Escher, where the pattern
Mhm.
itself could be kind of straightforward, but the way it merges together and the pieces come together to make a very symmetric or a style form, that must have taken a bit of work.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, a lot of work, and I'm not a professional designer. I never, I've never been to a graphic design school or whatever. So this was a lot of work, and it was just like using YouTube tutorials and yeah, and self-studying. So I'm an what's the word? Autodidact.
Autodidactic.
Autodidactic, yes. And yeah,
I
but
know a lot of Bitcoiners are autodidactic, where you didn't go to school to learn about art. A lot of artists I've interviewed, it's not like they went to art school. You were working in mining and working with hardware and
mm,
soldering and working with circuit boards, and then so you had access to parts and pieces and understood how to like build and create. But then you took
mhm.
that to another level by yourself, thinking, "Huh, I can make stuff." Tell me about that.
Yeah, absolute correct. So Bitcoin gave me the base for being creative. So I always was creative, of course, yeah, but I've never been outside to other people. I just draw in my living room or whatever. So, but Bitcoin said to me, "Come on, use your uh, technique or use your interest in Bitcoin and be creative." So yeah, that's the base. So yeah,
That was a
yeah,
collaboration with Asanoa. But now
yes,
so pieces like this, I mean, is this one large wafer board, circuit
yeah,
wafer?
yeah, correct. That's one big large board. Yeah, and the base of the board is always fiberglass, and yeah, it's really large. Normally, in the industry, in the electrical industry, you don't have such these big PCBs, but I finally managed it. You always need machines for these creations, but I yeah, installed a big machine for getting these yeah, big PCBs.
Yeah, because most circuitry, I mean, most all devices you ever get, I mean, the wafer boards or the parts, and I mean, a motherboard on a computer or a miner might
Mhm.
be quasi large, but it's
Yeah.
probably hard to get nice big quality pieces where you create or make or order a whole bunch of them, and you got to sort through what's of quality to use, because some of it's probably hard to get large pieces that are so consistent and clean for you that you can use as a broad canvas, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, the quality is a good point because if you do a PCB for computer or a motherboard, you don't do this for art. So you just put it into a black box, and you don't need nice golden surface, or the black must be very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I always have if I want to do one PCB, I have I have to do about 15 to get the final piece because of the bad quality sometimes.
Uh-huh.
So, and I'm discussing with other companies how to get the best black color, the best white color, the best printing process. So it's um yeah, it's a long process to get these. Yeah, and this is a collaboration with Medex. You know this
Uh-huh.
Baseball Medex, a famous Bitcoin artist, and we did some interesting smaller pieces Yeah, this piece is from the yeah. What
And
is
so
yeah
PCB, we often recognize it as being green. I think you like
yeah
that giant. Here's one thing I loved at Vegas, and it's oh gosh, I guess it was commissioned by a shitcoin, but that giant skull,
yeah
the
I see
the
yeah
energy hog skull, and I love that thing. But it's all the green PCB board. But Asanoa also does a dark with gold
yeah dark.
style, and you can have PCB in black or other colors, I suppose.
Yeah, correct. So green is the normal color, but if you have high class electronics like a MacBook, so in Apple MacBooks, the motherboard is also black. So, but
Ah,
it's just it has no technical reason why there is green. It's just an it's maybe a contrast from the soldering color, like this. It's like silver, and then you need a contrast to the area that is not with solder. So they use green. So yeah, but there are some other like red, blue, white, and purple, and yeah, I was I always try to get yeah other colors and yeah different designs. Yeah, I'm limited to colors. That's true. So I don't print with a typical printer on my PCBs. It's the same production process as a normal PCB is done. So as a motherboard from an Apple MacBook, it's the same production process. So it's the same
okay.
gold and white, and yeah, the white color is a printing. That's correct. Um, it's normally used for marking maybe a CPU on the main board. So the yeah the manufacturer can see, okay, this is the CPU, this is the part 106. There are some markings on a normal PCB, and I use the white color for text or for other things. Yeah, that's my way.
And now you could. It's kind of an involved process because you've got to have. I mean, granted, there's the printed circuit board, the wafer part of it, but then you've got to have your design and etch onto it, and because it the metal
Yeah,
is going to stick to parts but fall off the rest. Do you want
yeah,
to
correct.
describe that process real quick for people? So, I mean, you don't have to get into crazy detail, but
Yeah, yeah,
it's not
yeah,
as
okay.
straightforward as people might think. There's a lot going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, okay. Open this. Yeah, that's nice. So okay, first you have a big plate, a big board that is covered with copper. So you have no black, you have no gold. The first appearance is with copper.
It's all
So
copper.
all of copper. Then I have my design, and this design is now in gold. And I what I do is I do a kind of a stencil like a protection, and I put I put a foil onto the copper, and I protect the areas I want them to stay. And then I put the whole PCB into a liquid, and then the unwanted copper is gone away. It's yeah,
That's the
it's
etching process.
that's yeah, correct. That's the etching process. And then this design is in copper. And next step is to put the whole PCB into a liquid with gold. And then yeah, you can say the gold goes to the copper layer on top. It's a very um, thin. It's a chemical process, and then you have this design. And next up, you need this black. So I have another protection layer that is on the gold now. and then I print. It's like a spray. It's like a spray, and I go all over the board, and then I remove the protection layer, and then you have this black and gold left. So that's the that's
And
the
circuitry, of
process.
course, circuits themselves, when they make these connections like these, so this copper, it's like wiring, but
Yeah.
it has to be, it can be very small, it can be very precise. So at a small
Yes.
level, there's not a lot of tolerance for error. It's designed to be, very accurately done. But then when you do this at a
Mm.
very large scale, it's got to be a delicate process, because things have got to be just right. And I just imagine, you do an etching and it peels away, and you wash it off,
Mhm.
and then you got to check all the details to make sure stuff didn't, like, what, kind of wash out or get messed up, or can you clean it up, or do you have to start over sometimes?
Yeah. Well, I work together in a laboratory, so it's I do it not at home in my basement or so I need some so the because the liquids and the fluids, they are very toxic, and I found I have 2 or 3 labs in Europe. I work together. I go to them most of the time. I work. I really work on this piece, like yes, CNC milling and the etching process, but they use very professional machines. So I'm very
Uh-huh.
happy with the outcome. So normally, if you etch your own PCB, you don't get this quality. You need some people that are very professional. Yeah, and I'm very happy with that.
It's
Um,
beautiful stuff, and I mean,
so
just
thank you.
the medium is attractive itself, let alone the visual result is stunning. So as
Yeah,
something to say hang on a wall or to have tangibly, it's the medium is very unique and cool, and it's not something easily done like at home in a home lab.
yeah,
It's nice to be connected with a place that, like, they probably do it for, for tech, for
yeah,
tools, but
sure.
to make art is different. But you got to connect with like a lab.
Yeah, and that's my intention. So I want to combine technology with art. Bitcoin is technology, and in the end, Satoshi Nakamoto coded Bitcoin with a computer, with a PC, with computer technology. And in every of these devices, like a mobile phone or his Linux PC, I don't know what he used in 2008, but he programmed, and the basement is a PCB. So, and that's my message. I want to I want to pull out the PCB from a PC, and maybe also, and the connection for me is Bitcoin and this technology. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know, but
all kinds of
yeah.
people love it, as we can see here.
No, yeah, Sailor.
Was this
Yeah,
in
yeah, this was
Vegas?
no, this was BTC Prague.
Prague?
This
Awesome.
this was Prague. Yeah. I was very nervous, but yeah. Normally, I say slay your heroes, but
Oh,
then I talked with him.
yeah. Sailor orange pilled me back, I mean, through
Okay.
podcasts back in 2019,
Okay.
which is around the time you got into Bitcoin, right? Was it 2019 ish, maybe?
Yeah.
Um, and working in mining stuff, and then getting
Hmm.
more into art in 2023. You've been doing this for a few years now, specifically with art.
Yeah.
Sailor is an interesting cat because he's so smart, and he's kind of
Yeah.
that toxic maxi who's now doing all the derivative stuff. And I'm an 80 IQ pleb, but and I've seen Sailor get super toxic at times, which it's yeah, it's like slaying your heroes. You know, I mean, no, there's no one, you know, representative of Bitcoin. We are all
Yeah, correct.
Satoshi, so you know.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we are all part of the network. So, and there is no bigger parts like okay, so Sailor, he's a finance guy. Yeah, I like him. I like his ideas. Yeah, yeah, but oh well, for art. So I showed him my art, but he said, "Oh, okay, that's nice."
That's cool.
And
And then, did you make this one the zoom out?
yeah, right.
My
And if you
video's not working here. I'm trying to get it to show this video, but it starts up very close with the etchings, which just
yeah.
looks like little circuitry and stuff. And if I could get this
Yeah.
to play, dang it, it's not coming up. But as you zoom out,
Okay.
it makes the Satoshi
Yeah, the
Nakamoto
Satoshi, Dorian Nakamoto. Yeah. But
Dorian.
these lines are not circuits. These are charts. You know, that's the idea.
Ah,
If you look too closely on charts every day on the Bitcoin price or whatever on the finance market, you can't see the whole picture. And if you zoom out, okay, you have we can see the where it's a face, and then if you stay back about 1 or 2 meters, you can see the whole picture, and that's the idea. So don't
well, let me
be
see if I can bring this up. Yeah, but the volatility. So, oh,
yeah, correct.
volatility day by day, but then you zoom out and it's something else.
Yeah,
Um,
correct. So yeah,
I'll see if I can bring this up.
and
Go ahead.
some people are stuck in looking at charts, and they don't take part on the at their normal life. They are always stuck in in looking at charts, and yeah, that's the idea from the artwork. So yes,
Okay.
stepping back. I always step back to see even the whole picture. That's my way of looking at the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
zooming out, seeing the big picture, and one of the hardest things can be simply starting. Uh, you said you know, just do it, just go do things. You can psych yourself out if it feels daunting, or you're thinking about the money or making money or rushing something. You've said basically, do it for you, do it with quality, take your time. Don't do it in pursuit of like money or trying to imagine a specific outcome. Just do it. Start where you can start, and just do step by step. And which is sort of like
Yeah.
staying humble, stacking sats. With art, it's like staying humble and just building what is true to you, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Building things. So yeah, for your own, and then you can to decide to go out and orange pill people. So honestly, I'm not a good orange pillar. So talking about economics or about Bitcoin and the 21 million supply cap, but I use my art for this. So they look at the picture and maybe they don't understand, but it's okay for me. That's okay. They can come to me. I can explain this. The first sight, you have no idea what is it. So what and yeah, I think sometimes my art is too deep, but I so this zoom out, it's a meme. First,
Yeah.
I had a problem with memes, but then I decided, okay, I use the Dorian Nakamoto meme for getting the attention of the people. So and that's my way to orange people. So
I love it.
yeah, thank you.
And this is not easy to do. I mean, you're working with probably a very large image, and so like zoomed in. I mean, you got all the details, but I mean,
Yeah.
coming up with the image itself is not easy. Then you're working on a wafer board and you're etching it, and there's just layers to this, so it's really cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Here's one thing I love about Bitcoin conferences, for example. So, I'm aiming to be in Prague this coming June. If you're going to Prague again, maybe I'll see you there, whatnot. I love the fact that art is integrated into this Bitcoin, if you call it a community, but the Bitcoin environment. There's so many different types of Bitcoiners, and yeah, we could talk about the economic stuff, or the history, or the tech and business, and all the things, and there's a lot of that content out there, and it's like money, 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 money. Art is a mechanism. I've talked to other artists about this, but art is that way to connect people with the spirit of it all. There's a spirit behind all of this, so much bigger than just the individual parts. There's a broader gestalt to the relationship we have, not with each other, connected through Bitcoin, and that it represents something much bigger. So I love at these conferences, like the galleries that'll be there, the artwork that's there. And for artists who can kind of remain anonymous, like a lot of artists like to kind of maintain an aspect, as you do, of anonymity, if you can. And so like someone like Fractal Encrypt or whatever, people don't say know what he looks like, but he can get his art prepped or whatever, and then later anonymously kind of just watch people appreciating his art. And it's probably fun to see people watch your art, look at it, enjoy it, and have that connection. And heck, can buy it. People can own a piece of your art. It can be be a livelihood for you.
Yeah.
Now go ahead.
Yeah, I heard in a podcast you spent some time in the galleries at the conferences. So that's very cool. So people stand in front of my artworks at the galleries. Yes, some I can see they have sometimes they have no idea what it is it. So they say, okay, that's art. Yeah, that's art again. Okay. And some people ask me about the process, or what is it. I always have to say, okay, it's a PCB, it's computer technology, and then they say, I see, oh, very interesting. So the first idea is it's maybe it's paper, it's a canvas, it's a oil on canvas, I don't know. But
there's so many different types of art. People are doing all kinds of medium, and buying it. So people appreciate it well enough. You can make some Bitcoin doing this, and it's not territorial like other people doing adjacent stuff or similar stuff or whatever. It's an open field to participate. And hey, if you're an artist, join the club, I guess I might say. But it's not territorial. You're all sharing this. I love the Bitcoin communities. Like you were on last month, you were on the whole entire universe X spaces with Onik, Malcolm, and Asano, and others have been on there. You're in the Bitcoin Art magazine, which is fairly recently out. The first Genesis edition is out. You're featured in there. That is great. You are, and I'll just throw it up here real briefly because I know it's still a work in process, but you do have a website coming. People will be able to go to modeotec.art, and in the future, you will have a website up, and people can check out your artwork, or you're aiming to allow people to buy online and own a piece of your work.
Yeah, of course, you are welcome on my website, and I'm working on the BTC Pay server integration, so you can pay with Bitcoin on my website.
Awesome.
So of course, credit card and the other fiat things, of course.
Fiat if you
yeah.
have to. Let me bring up Bitcoin Art Magazine. Hold on one second. I just wanted to show this for people who hadn't heard of this, or if you haven't gotten one yet. Here it is. Okay, Bitcoin Art Magazine. You're in here. The Genesis edition, of course, the full node, Fractal Encrypt's full nodes on the cover. A lot of different artists here,
Yeah.
and you are one of the artists. How did you make your initial connections with other artists, with Asanoa? How did you get connected with Bitcoin Art Magazine?
Well, Asanoa is one of my oldest Bitcoin art friends. So he was the first ever person I had contact on X about doing collaboration or doing art. So
Uh-huh.
he was kind of a mentor, and he really loves my colors like black and gold, as
Yeah.
he did. He's doing also gold and black. So
Hmm.
and he told me, okay, let's do a collab. And yeah, 1.5 year I'm yeah, I'm in contact with him. So and then he in April last year he asked me if I want part of the Genesis edition, and I said, yeah, of course. What an honor. So
Yeah.
this Genesis edition, or this Bitcoin Art Magazine, is the first ever Bitcoin Art Magazine. It's a very high level quality. Yeah, of course, the book or this yeah, the magazine itself, and the artists. So these are the top of the top Bitcoin artists. There is no shitcoinery. So this is Bitcoin only, and this is Bitcoin only physical art. So
Yes.
you don't have any NFTs or any other blockchains. It's just Bitcoin, yeah, and that's very interesting, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's very
I love
nice.
it.
It's an honor to be in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Genesis edition, and it's going to be quarterly. So quarterly, there, I mean, there's more and more
yeah.
artists and artwork out there, and I can kind of expect you'll be featured some more down the road. Now, your name,
Mm.
Modeo,
Yeah.
Modeotec. Now, what I understand is it's an amalgamation
Mm.
between, so the idea of a modem,
Yeah.
modulator, demodulator, modem with from the Matrix movies, Neo, right?
Yeah, correct, right.
Modeo.
Yeah, it
um,
was my first nickname on the internet in 2001, I think. So yeah, I love the Matrix film. I can identify with this. Yeah, it's kind of a hacker. So
uh-huh.
anonymous on the internet, no governments, and like this. I like this stuff. So yeah, to be in your own individual. Yeah, and then I've seen a photo of Neo in his flat, and beneath his table there was this modem. I
Ah,
identified as his modem, and he was connected to the internet through this. It's a technical machine, yeah,
yep.
and modem and Neo, and I put it together to Modeo. Yeah, and
That's cool.
the tech came later when I did this PCB art and Modeotec.
Now,
Yeah,
is this the dragon lamp?
yeah, that's my PCB lamp. So yeah, you can look through the PCBs, and it's CNC milled, and I use this typical, yeah, cube design. So here you can see cubes, and and it's connected. These plates are connected through 3D printed parts. Yeah, and I created this lamp. Um,
That's cool. Is that the
Yeah.
same? Now, there may be more going on to it here because I heard the concept of the anemonic geometry. Is that part of this work or another one?
No, it's another work.
Okay. Okay.
It's the mnemonic geometry is my latest artwork. It's a so my PCBs they have a feature I never realized. If you put a light behind the PCB, it shines through, and you can see the circuits when it shines from the back. So and if you and that's the idea for the mnemonic geometry. Maybe you can find a picture of it.
Okay. Is it? Do you have it on X or on
X?
Nostr?
Yeah, it's on X.
Let me see what I can find here.
Maybe you go to media.
So, for example, so you can have the
Yeah.
you can have visual surface copper stuff, but then inside
Yeah.
there can be circuitry embedded as well, which will come out with light.
Yeah, correct. So it's like on the second picture. So this is with the green the green mask, and then so this is X-ray. But you can compare it with backlight, so you can see the copper traces. So this you can see two different green, and so you have this normal mask, and then if you have copper under the mask, so you have a slightly different green color. Yeah, and that's I choose the word weens or vessels, or yeah, it's the bloodline of Bitcoin. So yeah, that's my idea. Yeah, and sometimes I do this is not physical, but this is just digital work. Yeah, this is my proof of work idea. So it's a miner. You can see the lamp on his head. It's a typical miner, not Bitcoin miner, of course, but it's yeah, he works in a mine, and they used proof of work, of course. So and I combined it to the Bitcoin proof of work algorithm. Yeah, and I like combining words into a picture. So I will do in future. I will do more of this word art. I call it Bitcoin word art. Yeah, like this one. This is it's a fist, and it's about the Cypherpunk Manifesto.
Yeah.
Maybe you know
The
this.
Cypherpunk's manifesto.
Yeah, it's from 1993. Yeah, I like that. So it's the definition of can you tell me what it is exactly? So it's to be an individual with you have you use cryptography for your freedom, maybe this for getting freedom.
Cryptography allows for freedom tech, freedom money, information being free, and that you can have. It's not about having to be all secretive. It's about disclosing at the level you want to your privacy. You can keep things private. So yeah,
Yeah.
I have I have a little copy of the Cypherpunks Manifesto by Eric Hughes, written in 1993. Not only does information want to be free, but as individuals in an information world, we can choose to disclose to the extent we want to be private or public, and you can keep those separate. Unbelievably.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic.
thank you, Eric Hughes.
Fantastic.
I'm trying to find. Oh, here is this like a calendar?
Oh
no, that's the Genesis block.
no.
Yes, I see it now.
Yeah, that's very It's very small piece. It's like for a necklace. The idea was using it for a necklace.
It's
Yeah,
hot or
and
not.
I used this graphic from Hotlonaut, and I had a telephone call with Hotlonaut last year, and he allowed me to use this graphic.
That's
So
cool.
it was fantastic. So I just wrote a message to him. So hey, Hotlonaut, so can I use this? And then okay, cool. For why do you need it? Yeah, for art. Ah, yeah, let's have a video call. Okay, and then I will say, Hotlonaut. Yeah,
Cool.
great. Yeah, that's a
Let
cool
me see
thing.
if I can find your lamp. There's one lamp.
Just write the word mnemonic. I think it's better. No, M. No, with no A's, just the word M, like
mnemonic.
movie. Yeah, correct.
Johnny Mnemonic. Mnemonic jump. Oh, here is this it?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
So
we found it.
if you go down, you can see pictures. A picture is better than a video. I think. No, go back. Go back.
I only see the video, but
yeah, okay. Now here you can see geometric pattern. It's like the
oh,
maybe
so with the light, you can bring that right out.
Yeah, correct. So first you see this gold on black geometric pattern. It's like from the sacred geometry, and
Yeah.
you can always see the number 12. You have some kind of dots, and you have this connected ring, and these are always 12. And in Bitcoin, you have this number 12 with the seed phrase. You have 12 or 24 words, right? And that's the idea with the number 12. And I love geometry. And in my golden structure, it's very cool. And the mnemonic means you in Bitcoin you always use a binary system like the number 0 or 1. So but human beings, they can't remember that they can't remember long number I'm sorry.
Like a long string of
String of the number 0 and 1, and then the BIP 39 was invented, I think, in 2014 to
right.
translate these numbers into human readable words, and these are the 2048 words of the BIP 39 list. So, and you only need 12 words to get your financial freedom, to create a Bitcoin wallet. And that's the idea for this artwork. There's a spiral from the middle around the spiral. That means all words are connected. And if you want to create a Bitcoin wallet to receive or send Bitcoin, you just need these 12 words of this list, and then you can take it in you can remember these words, and you can go over borders, you can go in another country, you can go to China or whatever, in where the government will kill you or whatever, but just remember the 12 words and you have access to a Bitcoin wallet and access to your value, to your Bitcoin. So
yes, exactly.
that's the idea. And the special here is I have a lamp from the back, and if the lamp is on, you can see these words, and that's like if you're part of the Bitcoin network. part of this connected lines here, you put on a light in that moment. You use a Bitcoin wallet or whatever. You are, yeah, you are switching on a light, and that's the idea. I hope you understand.
Your private key. So all
Yeah,
2000 and however, is it 2048 words? I can't remember, but
yeah, 2048, and yeah.
so all those words are part of this spiral, and with the sacred geometry of the 12, or you
Yeah,
may use 24, but all you need is 12 to generate your private key. And the power of the math is very cool.
yeah, that's correct. That's the message, power of math. Yeah.
Yeah, it staggers the mind. Um, and yeah,
Yeah.
I love the inspiration for it, and then and your different mediums. Now you could take an image, say for example, one of these you've made. Um, you can make an image on computer graphic, and then you could use that. Let's see. So for example, you take this one, and you
Mm-hmm.
could convert this and make it on wafer board or etch it or convert this into a different medium. Could you do that?
Yeah, correct. So I well, for my graphics are normally black and white, so I don't use this yeah, this purple on. I just and then I decide, okay, what is gold, what is white, and what is black. So but I can use every graphic, I think. So um but there's no gray, and there's no, what's the word for, I need a, I just need black. Don't need black beneath gray or whatever. So this is not possible here with this face. You can see the Genesis block, and then the face and the numbers, they can't be connected on my PCB. That's very difficult.
Yeah, if you have
That
gray colors or shades in there, it's kind of black and white.
shades. Yeah, right. I don't use shades. And I'm I every day I go out for shopping or whatever, I take a look. I will find new inspirations for some graphics or Bitcoin ideas, and um yeah.
What different galleries have you been in then? Is it usually, are they connected with Bitcoin events, Bitcoin conferences? Have you been in other galleries?
No, I just visited Bitcoin galleries. So maybe in future. So I was in contact with a normie gallery, and they had a section with crypto, and there was some
Mm.
NFT artists, and I talked with them, but after I said, no, I don't work with them together. They are too crazy, and they don't understand anything about the financial fiat system. They just put some memes on a canvas, or it's like the banana on a black canvas. It was very shitty. So, and I said, okay, you can give me a stage, okay, as a Bitcoin artist, and they say, no, you are a crypto artist, and I said, no, you don't understand my message and my my artist, yeah, inspiration, and then yeah, and then I quit. So if I want to go to a normal gallery, I need yeah, other graphics, no Bitcoin, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you can. I know that, people come from all walks of life, and when they find Bitcoin, it's also then a long path to walk. So it takes people
Yeah,
time and work to get there. And so you'll encounter people that are into Bitcoin, and then they're also kind of still playing the other shitcoin game stuff. And everybody's on their own path, but it's nice when you settle into the Bitcoin maxi approach where you get it, and other people who get it, you just connect at that level where it's like, okay, we're speaking the same language now. We're not playing games around in this creative space. This is kind of important. It's
Yeah.
it's Bitcoin only, folks.
Yeah, Bitcoin only. But I'm not angry, or I don't think people are stupid when they do other art. So
Yeah.
I'm happy with my art, and they are happy with their art. They do what they want. So I'm very open-minded for other art. But I recognize I went to a gallery in Munich. It's a big city in Germany, and they had the latest, biggest art fair, and boy, it was. I can tell you, it's like the banana on the black, and it's still like yeah, it's no high quality art there. They,
Mm.
they just put they put just color on a board, and they say, oh, look at this very deep intention, and there is a very deep meaning, but I think there isn't any meaning.
I I am
I,
not I am not a really intelligent Bitcoin, or I'm not an art critic. So I'm pretty tolerant. I mean, I know what I like, and I
yeah.
see I think I know quality when I see it. And so even when something is really simple, or I'm like, I don't really get it. If there's a story there or a reason, I'm open to understanding that. But there are times when I may not really get it, or I'm not sure the level of effort or proof of work involved. What I
Mm,
do like about your stuff is the medium, the detail, and what it takes to produce this stuff. And then it's bold and it strikes you. So I mean, it's attractive, and you can tell that it took the work, and it's based Bitcoin, so contributing to the Bitcoin art.
mhm, mhm. Thank you. And maybe it's too deep. My wife, she always says, don't put too much effort into the intention ending. But I can't do this other way. I need to do deep things. So yeah, this piece is very interesting. There's a Bitcoin miner integrated.
Yeah.
It's a BitX with a nice fan. Yeah, and this is also a art collaboration with an artist from Switzerland. So we put together our talent. So I'm the PCB guy, and she did the design around it, and it was made for Las Vegas, the Bitcoin conference, Las Vegas. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's like a Bitcoin machine in the background. Yeah, you can see the supply formula, like the 2002. Yeah, this formula. Yeah, and some other
The issuance rate, the
different.
formula for all the satoshis that are issued on the epoch cycle, and
Yeah,
the
right.
all the issuance that'll ever occur,
Yeah, and the halving. Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
halvings. I love it. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
probably last year in Vegas and elsewhere. I've seen your art, and I just didn't know who the artists were, or I mean, I would see the different things, and I think I'd heard of, like, okay, yeah, like Fractal and Crypt, and then um,
Sure.
Asanoa was starting to become aware in my mind. But then I've seen other stuff, and I'm just starting to connect, like, who the artists are involved in this work. And then, do you find it great that I think it's great that I see basically a lot of the artists are able to collaborate, communicate, get together on spaces. Um, I know the whole entire universe space, as well as, Bitcoin Art Magazine having a podcast and getting the
Mm-hmm.
magazine out there. There's more and more opportunity for artists to connect and get together, and share their stories, their processes, their backgrounds. And you've been able to be part of that. And it's early, really. It's really early in this space, isn't it?
Yeah, right, correct. So, in Bitcoin art space, I feel there is no competition, and it's we are a group of people. There is no competition, and maybe some may have the same material like oil on canvas, but there is no competition. So every artist has their own entrance into Bitcoin art or the perspective on Bitcoin, and I love that. That's really great, and I love collaborations because there is a special spirit, you know. So we talk about a PCB piece. I asked the other artists, do you want to have your design on my material? And sometimes they say, oh yeah, let's discuss this. And then we come into a discussion. We talk about Bitcoin. We talk about Bitcoin art. I tell them, oh, if we are fast, we can show our collab in Las Vegas this year in April, end of April. So and then yeah, we work together. So there is no competition. So in my view.
Yeah, and Asanoa and Onik and others have been doing a lot of effort to connect artists and to share their stories. You're open to collaboration. This is Bitcoin Art Magazine's feed here. Just as I browse through it, I mean, there are all kinds of mediums. There's George
Yeah.
Bodine and his studio. He's quite the painter. People make digital art. To what extent do you utilize AI at all? I know some artists are using AI as a tool, and not as a crutch or as a way to say, "Oh, yeah, that's clearly AI." But do you use AI at all?
Mm, honestly, yes. But I think in the process, um, sometimes I use AI. I'll use ChatGPT for my ex posts because I'm
Uh-huh.
German, and I sometimes I write my own words, and he's translating into better words. But this is it's my opinion, and it's my perspective, and that's my text. I would say so. And in the graphics, I just use one program that turns JPEGs into vector graphics. So that's all. So
Uh-huh.
I just let them make the lines, even lines, or put into a file I need for my PCB software. Yeah, all these, so these blocks here on this piece, I made a collab with. It's we used from the mempool.space website
Uh-huh.
this graphics, and then I put it into my software, and then into my PCB software. Yeah, and then I created this block. But
That's cool.
let's talk about my software. It's
Yeah.
like it's like a software used in the dinosaur area. You know, it's a very old software to
Yeah.
to produce a PCB. It's not intended, or it's not used for graphics or other things. So I had to I had to code or and I had to create small add-ons on the software that let me produce these designs. So um, yeah, it's very difficult process because it's not intended for art. My software, and sometimes I use Illustrator or on the iPad Procreate. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Yeah, just using technology to assist with your processes, because
Yeah.
I mean, going back through time, I mean, artists when printing, various types of printing, or lithography, photography, and now it's digital
Mhm.
tech. They give artists tools, and with those, you can create what you couldn't have created before, and sort of like with your PCB as a canvas, your etching, and
Yeah.
those processes. It's a new style of technology applied to art. There's the elliptical curve I see. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I look
Well.
forward to your website.
Thank
And
you.
let's go. Okay,
Yeah.
modeotech.art. If you
With
go to
art. Yeah.
modeotech.art, it's not ready yet, but you can get there later at some point. It'll be opening soon, and we look forward
Yeah.
to that. Um, wow. What plans, if you want to share for the year upcoming, what kind of plans and work are you working on now? What do you see coming in your future?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm working on new things, and so if you know electronics, normally you have components on it, like a resistor or other parts like a LED or whatever on top on these boards. And normally my boards are made flat, no electricity, no function. But maybe I change this into my first step is to put components on the PCB and to create a picture or a graphic with, let me say, resistors, these small parts, and
Components, yeah.
components, and I solder it by myself on top, and I have a design with about 2,000 small resistors I solder on a PCB, creating a face, or I don't know, maybe it's a meme, but I want to put
Incorporate components and texture, like circuitry itself, and potentially
yeah
functional, like if the
yeah
LED's light, or it can get
yeah correct
into some real complicated stuff, I could imagine. But you could have art that's, yeah, it's on wafer board, it's circuitry, and maybe it's functional circuitry.
yeah that's the plan for this year. But unfortunately I can't visit Las Vegas this year.
Um,
It's yeah, let's say it's too expensive for me this year. I have other plans, but I
mhm.
will send my works to Las Vegas. So I think I can find a wall with my new art, and over the year I will sell something on online auctions, maybe on Scarcity or plebeian market.
Uh-huh.
It's this Nostr auction website. So yeah,
Awesome.
Modeo, Modeotec will be there in 2026. Yeah.
Represented on the gallery in Vegas, may not be there in person. I hear you about
Yeah.
Vegas. Vegas has grown. It's a large, I mean, it's a great place to see a lot. The suits have entered the space. Corporations are there. I hope they still have like the bazaar space, because people with crafts and smaller businesses and people with art
Yeah.
can be in a bazaar, but it's been oriented toward larger, bigger money, larger, bigger speakers and all that. Like, I get it. It's also a different vibe. Do you think
Mm.
are you going to be in Prague, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I will travel to Prague. Yeah. For me it's a 4 hour car trip. Yeah, so I think um it's not sure if there is a art gallery this year.
Oh,
Last year there were only 4 or 5 artists, and they were invited, and let's see what they have this year. I'm excited for it, but
mm-hmm.
for now I've seen there are no plans for a bigger gallery like in Las Vegas. So they say they want to have more booth, also more companies and less art.
Yeah.
We will see.
A friend popped in here. Quinn, I met Quinn in El Salvador. Geez, was it a week ago or week and a half ago? Time is just flying by. But thanks for dropping in, Quinn. Friends visiting, watching the pod.
Great.
Art just registers with everybody. I've met Bitcoiners that they're on different spots along the path. Maybe they just found Bitcoin. Maybe they've been in for a long time. Some people understand aspects of it. Nobody fully understands all of it. But art is one of those things that we can just see and have an experience, have a reaction to. Art resonates and registers with everybody. You may have your preferences, but art is a way to connect it all. So you may have a particular Bitcoin focus or a particular Bitcoin knowledge, or maybe you're new, but there's a vibe to the art, and it helps connect all of us together. So that's why I love the Bitcoin art stuff. And I'm just very much appreciating your contribution to the space. And I really look forward to what's coming later this year. And maybe I see you in Prague. Maybe we get to see your art on the wall in Vegas and elsewhere. So I really look forward to seeing it.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah. And you are in Prague with MicroSeed, aren't
That's
you?
right. MicroSeed here will be there. We might be in Vegas. We'll see how that conference looks. We're looking at BitBlock Boom in Dallas. Prague is a great one, but yeah, we bring our MicroSeed device, and hey, it's like a work of art itself.
Yeah, sure.
Precision parts here, people. Engineered. So, so with that, I really appreciate you joining me today. I'm going to play a short little MicroSeed spot, and then we'll wrap it up and say bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a Bitcoiner, you know that taking self-custody is critically important. But if you've ever had a seed phrase, you've probably had it written down on something kind of like this. You can hide it or secure it, but paper burns, paper fades, paper gets wet, paper rots, paper blows in the wind. Paper has things written on it that might look important. So get off paper and get yourself a MicroSeed at microseed.io. Get the kit and crank out all the keys you'll ever need forever.
There's your 12 words, and hey, it's part of the sacred geometry of the math, the beauty of encryption and freedom tech. So there you go. Take self-custody. I tell people, one, get off zero. If you haven't gotten off zero, get off zero, take self-custody, run a node. And hey, if you like art, check out the art, get yourself some Bitcoin art.
Yeah, great. Yeah. I love this MicroSeed. Do you say a steel wallet? It's a steel wallet, kind of steel wallet.
Yeah, stamp it in steel. So
stamp and steel. Yeah. I love it. That's the way. I think that's the way.
And you can do titanium, and I saw you'd stamped your name on a washer with the Seador, and I tell people I don't care what you use. I mean, if all you've got is a piece of paper because you took self-custody, like one, good job, you took self-custody, but two, now that you have this, how important is that to you, and how do you keep that secure and forever? So anyway, yeah, you can scratch it or stamp it or punch it or whatever on metal. So make it last. So that's the spirit of MicroSeed. So, well, thanks for joining me today, man. I really, like I said, I look forward to your website coming online and the stuff you have to work, and where I'll see your stuff in galleries in the future.
Yeah, thank you for having me on your show. I was very excited, and it was a great podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Quinn's going to check out your website, Modeo.
Great.
Cool.
Great. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
You're a wonderful artist. I love it. I appreciate the time you've lent me in describing all the processes, and your English is great.
Thank you.
All right. We'll catch you next time, buddy.
Yeah, next time.
Okay. Bye, everybody.